Hey, good morning, shellers. I hope you guys are all having a shell-tastic Sunday morning. I just came out real quick to the beach to check it out. Unfortunately, I have to leave today, and it is just so beautiful. I swear, I always leave on like the most beautiful beach day, and it is like so depressing. But I'm thankful that I have at least a little while to spend here this morning with you guys, and wanted to jump on and do a quick video and let you guys know what the beach looks like. It is just as beautiful as it was as the last time I was here. The only difference is it is a lot more calm and it is low tide, which is always fun when low tide hits in the morning, because typically, not always, but typically the water is a little bit more calm and thus more clear. So you guys can see there's a nice sandbar going on out here. And before anyone asks, I am somewhere between Middle Gulf and Lighthouse Point. So Lighthouse Point is down around the corner, and then West Gulf is down here, and I'm somewhere between Middle Gulf, like on East Gulf Drive. Nowhere in particular. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys like what the shells look like for those of you wanting to check it out with me. It is low tide, so a lot of times you guys come out here and you guys look up here and you're like, oh my god, there's no shells, but there are shells. Like, I promise, you guys have to come down and you go see like a line of shells here, and you just have to look. Like, you got to get down and you got to get low, and you got to take your time, and you got to kind of just look. And I was going the other direction, so I don't know what is this direction, but we will see if there's anything fun. There's been a lot of scallops this morning. So for those of you, oops, here's another one. So for those of you who are like scallop people, there's like a ton of scallops. I've also been finding a lot of augers. So some shells we tend to find like seasonally, and those seem to be in season at this time. So let me see if I can get my camera to focus for y'all. There's lots of minis out here too, but if you want to look for minis, you've got to get down. You got to get down and crouch and stoop really low, and usually where you find bubble shells like that and that and that is the area that you will find minis like that. So you do have to get down really low and kind of look and crouch and stoop, because they're teeny. And if you look, oh my gosh, look right here. What's that? That's a muddle trap. Unbelievable. And it's a beautiful, perfect, nice sized one too. And no, I'm not at Lighthouse Beach, although that is a really good place to actually find them. Here's another auger. Nice big auger right there. And here is a little teeny tiny little, looks like a broken little fighting conch. See what else we can find. Sometimes just stooping in a spot and looking, like, you'll be surprised at what you can find. So here's another little bubble shell right here. Oh, here, look. There's a little juvenile conch, and right next to it, can you guys see this teeny tiny little piece of a horse conch? Like, look how tiny that thing is. That is like minute. And then here's a little tiny Indian boat or slipper, whatever you decide to call them. How cute is that little speckled one right there? So yeah, I mean, here's another bubble shell. So they're definitely here. You just have to really look. Here's a cute little drill. This little drill right here. I know I'm in the shadow. But you just have to get down and get low. And look, here's another little drill. Right here. Let's see. Like that one. If minis is your thing, like, not everybody is wanting to get down like I do and get down. And look, here's a little olive. Oh, look at the little olive. Ah, I love it. You guys know I'm such a fanatic for little tiny shells. Hi, Diana. Yes, the water is very nice. It is very, very nice. It is refreshing. It is not hot. It is not cold. And I am not a cold water person, so it is like perfect. Let's see what else we got here. So lots of minis. So minis, right? Let's just go over this one more time for those of you jumping on. Minis, you got to get down. You got to stoop, you got to get low, There's a little auger, and you got to just look, and it takes some time. You just have to take the time and sit down or kneel down or crouch over, which is not the best thing for your back, so don't listen to me there. Here's another teeny tiny little auger, but you just have to look. Here's one here, here's one here, and again, if you guys are crafters, if you're not a member of the craft group, Seashell Craft and Beach Decor, that's our sister group, definitely join it for craft ideas. These make great snowman noses, so if you're doing craft projects with the kids, get out your augers, get out some orange paint, have them paint these and stick them on for snowman noses. Those are awesome. But that's how you will find your tinies and your minis, like right up here, just getting down really low. You can tell I'm like addicted. Look at this one right here, and then there's little conch right here. Like I can't stop. Okay, but for everybody else that wants like the larger shells, you're gonna want to come like towards this direction, and you're gonna want to shell here. So like here's your big scallops, right? You got your big pretty pink scallops. This is where you're gonna have some of your larger type of shells. Here's another, oh my gosh, look how pretty this scallop is. This really super pretty one. Love that one. Here's a little cone. It's not perfect, but it's a cone nonetheless. We all love cones. Here's another pretty, oh my gosh, look how pretty this scallop is. Can you guys even see this? Hold on. Honey, come here a second. Sorry, I got a phone call. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm trying to get in a good spot where I can show you guys. Look how pretty. That is like a really pretty scallop. I'm gonna give this one to husband because I want the scallop. And let's see. Sometimes you just come across a really pretty scallop, y'all, and you just want it. Sometimes you just do. Here's a piece of a true tulip. Maybe it's whole, maybe it's not. It's probably not because I don't have that kind of luck these days. Look at that. Oh. But yeah, so there are shells, guys. Like there are so many shells. You just have to come out and look. One of the things that I love about days like today, when it's the morning time and the water's clear, is you get to like see things out there, and I'll take you out there in just a second, but there's like 1,000,001 sand dollars, if you can see right here. So we'll pink him out of traffic's way. And just a quick tutorial for those of you who need it. Again, guys, like if you are not sure, text me a picture or ask another sheller, but do not take live shells or sand dollars. And if you're not sure, put it back. This one's live. It is dark. It is fuzzy. You can see it kind of glistening, and you can see the little feet here. Can you see the feet on the edge? And then if you flip it over, you can see the feet on the bottom. It's like furry. So that's how, hey Carol, so that's how you can see that it is alive. So we're gonna put him back in the water, and then I'll take you guys out so you guys can see what's going on out here. And it is very, very clear, so you can see to the bottom. And one of the things that's really awesome today, you guys, you can see all the fish. I don't know if you guys will be able to see the school of fish, but all the fish, is that you guys can actually see the sand dollars. So I'm gonna try to get into a place where it's not super windy. And I took some pictures earlier, so you guys might be able to see, but you can literally like see them. You guys have to tell me if you can see them or not. I don't know. Let's see if I can find a better. Let's see here. I need these sand dollars to cooperate with me. And I can't stick this phone underwater because it's not, my case isn't waterproof. All right, well, if we can't see them, then I will post another video that I took earlier that I did on my YouTube channel, and you guys can see. But it's pretty cool that you can like literally see the sand dollars in the sand. It's just the wind's picking up just a little bit. Can you guys see this or no? Hey Lauren, you're welcome. You guys will have such a fun time here. I can't tell if you guys can see this or not. But you would see like little holes in the sand, and those are the little sand dollars that are buried in the sand. So if you can see that, give me a thumbs up. And if you can't, you will be able to see it better on my video that I will post later. Here looks like a conch. Do you guys see that conch right here? Ooh, and it's pretty too. Look at that. Empty and pretty. Those are the kind of conchs I like. Pretty and empty. Look how pretty that one is. You guys like that? That's a nice one. Let's see what else we can find. So when the water is clear like this and you can see everything, this is where you will typically find like your larger shells. But keep in mind that a lot of the larger shells may be occupied. They may be alive. I can't tell. Oh, that's a crab, I think. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Woo! Did you see him run? Right here. Oh, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. I'm sorry. I'm playing with crab. Okay. So let me take you guys out to the sandbar if I can make it. And I don't get pinched by a crab. And like I do not take my own advice, but wear beach shoes. Just do it. I have fit kicks that I love, but I like always forget them because I just do. So if you wear fit kicks, you'll be good. You don't have to worry about a crab like trying to bite your toe or whatever. Okay, so we're coming out here. I know you guys are all probably getting seasick. Hold on. It's about like mid-thigh deep. So it's not like crazy deep or anything. I'm just walking right across. I still have shorts on. And we're gonna walk across. And you guys can see, so you guys don't get a view of the beach this way very often. So I'll show you guys a little view of the beach. Going this way. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. And you guys can let me know if my service is okay. No, Kathy, Lighthouse is down there around the corner. So I'm like somewhere on, I don't know where I am. I'm like somewhere not far from Narita. Like East Gulf, Middle Gulf Drive. And it doesn't matter, guys. Like, again, it doesn't matter what beach you go to. You just have to go to the beach. Like, the beach is beautiful anywhere you go. And just because it's like this right now does not mean it's going to be like this at 5 o'clock tonight or, this afternoon, because the tide is coming in right now. And it's like out here, it's really wavy, and you'll be able to see the difference. And like when it's wavy, you really can't see as much. But this is also a place where sometimes I find good shells, is like right out here, like where the waves are breaking. But this is also where you have like bigger fish and stingrays and stuff. So if you're like scared of that type of thing, then don't come out here. But I'll show you guys. The sandbar is really fun, and the tide's coming in, so I'm going to make it quick so I don't get stuck out here and I have to swim back. Always pay attention to your tides. But this is where you'll find like a lot of the sea life. You'll find a lot of starfish, you'll find a lot of sand dollars, you'll find a lot of live shells. So if you have kids and you want them to experience like the whole, marine life thing, like this is a great area to bring them to. Out on the sandbar. And again, just make sure you're paying attention to the tides, because when the tide comes in, this gets really deep, and you don't want to all of a sudden be like out here and all of a sudden it's really far to get back. So let me just walk this way a little bit and you guys will begin to see some sand dollars here and here. I almost stepped on it. Look at that. You guys see this? Oh, darn it, it's broken. I hate it when that happens. Boo. Oh well. But that gives you guys an idea. Here's another, it's probably going to be broken too. Yeah, it is. Do you see? I'm like the broken sheller. That's going to be my new nickname. I find like all the amazing broken shells. Hey, Rosie, good morning. All right, so this is where I usually find like the bigger, larger shells. But again, sometimes they're broken and sometimes they're alive, and you just have to, take a picture of your awesome live shell and put it back. Here's another sand dollar. They're everywhere. You can see right here. Like you'll find like everywhere. So if you guys want to see live sand dollars, this is where it's at. Again, do not take live shells. And if you are persistent, you will find some sand dollars that are bleached out. And you can take those. Those are fine. So let's go up here. I'm trying to get back to where it's more shallow because then you guys can actually see some stuff. So let me just walk this way. How are you guys all doing? You guys doing good? I hope I'm not making you seasick by walking. I try to hold the phone still, and I think the more still I try to hold the phone, the more shaky I hold it. And yes, we always have a sandbar, but you don't always like see it. It's not always this shallow. It really just depends on the tide and the weather and the waves and what is created. You guys can see all these like ripples. Like this is what the tide creates and the waves create. So if we get a big storm this afternoon and there's a lot of waves that come crashing through, it might level this whole thing and we might not have a sandbar anymore. I mean, we'll still have one, but it might not be this shallow. All right, let's see. There's like a little piece of a conch, but that gives you guys an idea. And the water's like super pretty. You guys want a fun conch? Here you go. You're welcome. All right, let's see. What's this over here? Here's another little sand dollar. Or actually, a big sand dollar. Look how big this one is. Oh, mama sand dollar. Look how pretty. And a lot of these are really lighter colored. I don't know if that's just like the salinity of the water or what, but they're not as dark as I've usually seen them. But just because they're not like dark doesn't mean they're not alive. They've got like the little feet and everything. So we'll put him back in the water. So yeah, just remember guys, like 99% of going to the beach is just going to the beach and like enjoying your beach walk. You know, here is a ginormous piece of a horse conch. So these are what you guys all love to find when they're whole and pretty. And they are out here. You just have to look for them. And out here is also a good place to find those too. You just gotta look. Ooh, I know it's getting a little windy. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, don't give up. All right, this is where I was trying to get to. So don't give up on shelling, you know? Like, just enjoy the beach. Look at all the sand dollars. Enjoy the beach. Enjoy the waves. Enjoy the sun. Here's one right here that you can see is lighter. Oops, and it literally just broke with a wave. But this is one that is lighter, and you would be able to take this one. If you can see right here, I'll try to focus in. That's the little star that makes the doves right here in the middle. So I can't really get to it, but there we go. That's part of the star right here. You guys can see it. And then the doves break apart like this. And then those are the little doves inside that you guys can use for like craft projects or whatever. You see them? I always like the little doves. Okay, here's another sand dollar. Okay, it is white. And a lot of these white ones, the more white they are, the more fragile they are. So if you are not out here specifically to collect sand dollars and you just have a regular shell bag, do not put this in your shell bag. It will be broken. In fact, like if I put this in my hand right now, it's probably going to be broken by the time I get back to where I'm going. I'll see if I can find somebody to hand it to. But so yeah, there's tons of sand dollars, like so many sand dollars. If you guys can see, look, woo! Like as far as I can see, there is just so many. And of course I know it's easier to see with the naked eye, but lots of sand dollars everywhere. Here's a good little area for you guys to see them all. Lots of sand dollars. Super fun. Okay, so I'm gonna head back and see what else we've got. So So you can see like the water is getting darker, which means it's getting deeper. I'm gonna try my hardest not to drop my phone. Oh yeah, look. Okay, so you guys will be able to see here. You guys can see like all the little like sand dollars. Like you guys can see them all now. And that's so cool. Tell me that's not like the coolest thing ever. Sand dollar. Like you can see all the little sand dollars everywhere. Look at there's a little like family here. All the sand dollars. Isn't that so cool? Come on, y'all. It is so cool. Like I love this. I love being able to like see them like under the sand. You see their like little keyhole right there. I just love that. I think it's so fun. Okay. So this is the part that nobody likes because you have to go back across, and the deeper it gets, the darker it gets, and the darker it gets, the more you can't see the bottom. So, and I used to be like brave as a kid. I used to like feel something with my foot and like dive down to get it. And now I feel something with my foot and I jump out, like the video of that dog. You guys have seen that, and I like scream. So yeah, if I scream and it all goes black, that means I dropped my phone. Sorry. I try not to. All right. Let's see. And this is also like, so like right in here where I'm at, I'm like right above knee deep right now. So this is also a really good place to find some fun shells too. They're not as abundant, so you're gonna have to kind of look around. And you're not gonna always like see them. Like you can see here is like, it's this like little clam or something. Yeah, like one of the little clams. These are fun like craft type shells. But you might not always see like the whole shell. You're gonna see like a portion of it. Can you guys see all these sand dollars? Like they're freaking everywhere. It's like carpet of sand dollars. But you'll see like something sticking out of the water, or like something brown. You'll see color because all this is just sand. And then you'll see like the shape of a shell, or you'll see something orange or something brown. And don't be afraid to like, check it out, because you never know if it's going to be something whole. See if you guys can see these sand dollars too. They're just everywhere. And it's super fun to see. It's super fun to see all the life, because if you guys, well, most of you know about like the whole crisis that we were having. Like here's a little olive. It's not perfect, but that's kind of the idea that you're looking for. Here's another like orange dot. If you guys can see, let me see if I can focus. There's like an orange dot like right here. And if you pick it up, it was a pretty scallop. So, but that's like what you're kind of looking for. You're just kind of looking for color. You're looking for shapes. You're gonna find like a ton of sand dollars, which is totally fun. And I will come back and read comments. I'm having a hard time seeing them because of the sun. And I don't have my sunglasses on, which actually doesn't matter because it makes my screen even worse. Oh, here you guys can see a lot of the sand dollars here. Like, they're just so cool to see. I love it. All right, let's see if we see any shells up here on the beach. So, all right, so let me just recap real quick. Down here is Lighthouse right around the corner. Behind me is Middle Gulf and West Gulf. And then up here is going to be your high tide rack line. There's really nothing going on here. This is where people run and crush shells, so I wouldn't suggest taking your time to shelling there. But right here, like at the water's edge, like where this lady's shelling, is where you want to be. So you want to look for color. You want to look for shape. If you want to look for like tinies and minis, like if this is your area right here, like you want to get down where, like, I always tell people my best tip is to look for like this dark stuff, like all this black, like dark, like this type of like sea stuff, because when you do and you see this, then you're gonna see that. Okay, then you're gonna see like a little drill, and it's a perfect little drill. Look how pretty, look how cute. Anybody home? Nobody home. It's a keeper. Okay, so you that's kind of where I tell people to look. And you've got to get low, guys. You have to get low. You have to crouch down. You're not going to be able to see this like standing up. Here's a little bubble shell. Focus my camera. Bubble shell here. There's another smaller bubble shell here. Here's a big auger again. Love those. 'Tis the season for augers. And you can see the tide is coming in. So that is not a bad thing. Like, everybody likes to shell like at low tide, but I'm kind of a high tide girl because the tide will come in and bring new shells in and take old shells away. So that's kind of like when I like to shell. Here's another bubble shell here. Let's see. Oh, here's a little teeny tiny, I don't know if this is an auger or a cerith or what, but it is so cute. Look how cute that one is. I love minis. I love them. Like, I love them. I'm like obsessed. And they're easy to store. So you have like big conchs, like what do you do with them, right? Minis, oh, you put them in a little jar and you're good. That's myself telling myself it's okay to hoard shells. Okay, so here's a little teeny tiny butterfly, little coquina right here. And ooh, look at the color on that one. That one's really pretty. So hopefully this gives you guys kind of an idea. Boom! Ha! Look at that. Sorry, I gotta get in my camera here. There's a beautiful juvenile conch. You just gotta get low. Here's a really pretty piece of coral right here. I can find it in my camera. I love the coral. Here's another little mini right here. Oh, look at that one. Do you guys see what I see? Do you guys see that? Look how cute this little lightning whelk. A little teeny tiny baby lightning whelk. It's like so cute. Is that not like the cutest thing ever? I mean, I know people like the ginormous shells, but like, you know, I like the little shells. I like the little baby shells. All right. Okay, so that's your, here, look. Look what just rolled in. Okay, so I'm a high tider, I guess you could say. I mean, I come out during low tide too, but high tide's really fun. So that's your mini, tiny, brief tutorial, okay? So you're looking like up here. Here's another, look at this one. Oh, focus. Focus. Oh, it's not focusing, I'm sorry. It's not focusing. Let me do it this way. There we go. And that's so pretty. Little pear whelk. Look at this, another little drill. People say there's no shells here. I'm like, what? Here's another little drill. Right here. Okay, so I keep trying to like get back to doing what I'm doing and I get distracted because every time I point over here, I see something else. Okay, so little minis and stuff over here. Larger shells are gonna be closer to the water. So like here's your big pretty scallop. Big pretty scallop, gorgeous, pink, perfect, it's awesome. These are gonna be like the bigger shells if you're looking for like bigger craft shells or whatever, this is where you're gonna look. And listen, like, do not think for a second that just because there's 85 shellers out here that you can't find shells, because I guarantee that they have not found every single shell, because I just found a bunch. Look at this Venus clam right here. Perfect, beautiful. Nobody found that one. And there's shellers ahead of me. So do not get discouraged. Ooh, look at this one. This one's broken, but like, look how pretty. Like, I'm a broken shell fan. If you guys can't tell, I find all the broken shells, so be jealous. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is where you kind of want to look for the bigger, like, we'll call them full-size shells. This is where you want to look. So I hope this gives you guys an idea of like how to shell, where to shell. Every day is different. If you guys come out here to my exact location, which I don't even know exactly where I'm at, tomorrow, it's not going to be like this. You know, it might, but it probably won't, because the tide changes, the weather changes, everything changes. So when people come out here and they're like, there's no shells, like, yes, there are. You just might have to find them a different way. And there's people out there shelling in the water out here. And there's people shelling on the beach. Okay, so you guys just have to, you might have to go to a different beach, you know? I mean, the different beaches have different shells. So that's how pretty the scallop is. So you guys are just gonna have to kind of come out, assess the situation, maybe come out at low tide, maybe come out at high tide. Oh, is this a little turbo right here? Oh, I love turbos. Look how cute. Anybody home? Nobody home. So So yeah, you guys just have to come out and shell and look and seek and hunt, and yeah, it takes some time. Okay, so there's somebody like right in front of me shelling, and she missed this. Look at this cute little murex, cute little apple murex. It's perfect. Nobody home. Keeper. Ooh, and here's a little olive right here. Look how cute. So there are shells here. You just have to find them. Oh, and here's a really pretty bright broken horse conch, but look at the bright orange on that. That's super pretty too. Super pretty. So I hope that gives you guys kind of an idea of what's going on here, at least today. Here's another really pretty murex, just sitting right here waiting for somebody to pick it up. And sometimes the shells are kind of hiding. Sometimes you got to get down and they're hidden under other shells, but sometimes they're just in plain sight. And you just gotta look. So I will come back through and answer any questions you guys have, because I'm having a hard time seeing my phone out here. So if you guys have any questions or I missed something, I will come back and check those out. But to answer your questions about the water, it is beautiful. There's people out there in the water walking. It's warm. The water is not cold yet. It will be soon, so enjoy it. It's just a beautiful day here, and I have to leave, and I'm very sad. All right, guys, so that's all I got for you today. If you have questions, drop them below. And I was trying to find one of those little sea anemones to show you guys, but ooh, this is a pretty scallop. Look at that. It's got a little barnacle on it, but we can clean that off. Throw that up there for that lady behind me. Ooh, there's a loudmouth seagull somewhere. I hear him. You guys hear him squawking. All right, guys. That's about all I got for you. I hope that you enjoy your weekend. And if you are around Sanibel, I highly suggest taking the drive to the beach today. It is just so, so, so pretty. You guys can see right here is another little murex. And it's a little muddy, but it can be cleaned off. That'll probably actually be a really pretty one. So there are lots of shells, lots of sea life, lots of sand dollars. Great to see. It's just great to see. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the weekend, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.